Life can be filled with unwanted noise and expectations, but no matter how busy your life gets, it's helpful to remember that your purpose is sacred and it needs to be protected. Motivational speaker and CEO of Rise Sports Advisors, Michael Ledo, joins us to share tips on how to protect your peace and purpose. It is so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm excited to learn about this topic. Will you tell me what you mean, protect your peace and purpose?
Yeah, I think, when you talk about the inner part of us as a human being, that right, makes us vibrate higher, makes us vibrate low.
Yeah.
It's like, we live in this world, especially with social media today, where there's so many external factors that at many times we neglect the internal, right? That internal piece. And so I think there's an intentionality that should be focused towards that to really protect that peace. And I think that the more you protect your peace and identify what makes me vibrate low and what makes me vibrate high.
And explain vibrate if people aren't familiar with that term.
So when we think about it, like we think about music or radio or something, we talk about frequencies, right? We have low frequency and we have high frequency. And at the end of the day, if you're a top tier entrepreneur, broadcaster, athlete, entrepreneur, whatever it may be, you want to operate at your highest frequency to get the highest outcomes and have the best experiences.
Yes.
But if you're operating at a low frequency and that's become your norm, your outcomes and your production is going to be less. And so when you can have an awareness of, am I a low frequency? Am I a high frequency? Then you can kind of dictate or improve your outcomes.
Yes, and for me, it's physical for me. It literally feels lower, just like I feel kind of heavier and kind of just like, but if it's high frequency, everything just feels like lighter and like, yes, and let's go.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any tips on helping us get to that higher frequency for ourselves?
Yeah, I think the first thing you got to do, and which I've done that's helped me, there's a great book out there I read. I'm a big reader, and one of the books is a book called Vibrate Higher Daily.
Okay.
And it really breaks down how to identify your high vibrating activities.
Ooh.
And so really identifying what may be a high vibrating activity for you may be a low one for me, because we're different human beings and different things may make us go up or down. And so when you identify what makes me vibrate higher daily, weekly, monthly, annually. And so then what you can do is you can prioritize those things. So for me, anytime I feel my energy being too low and that frequency being low, I know what activities I need to participate in or what I may need to avoid to protect or increase it.
That's so good. You have so much going on in your life. Will you tell us about your day job? Like, what do you do for a living?
Yeah. So I am the CEO of Rise Sports Advisors. We're a multifamily office designed for athlete entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So what that means to people who are unfamiliar with what a family office is, we govern all their finances. We oversee all their day-to-day operations, personal and business, and then we focus on their growth strategy. So we'll go to athletes and identify what their purpose is beyond the sport and what they want to become, and then we reverse engineer it.
You all are amazing. Okay, another thing you have going on is the Angel Academy, a new partnership with UNT. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're excited. So when we talk about that growth strategy, we talk about financial governance. One of the things I think is unfortunate and left out for athletes is that people speak the wrong languages to them, right? If I come to you and I start speaking football language and I do things, you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? It's the same thing for athletes when it comes to business and finance. And so what we've done with UNT is designed an 8-week program that's gonna be an online program that leads up into an event we do in June. We're gonna do an event at the PGA Omni in Frisco.
Nice.
Where it's called the Athlete Enterprise Symposium. Well, this course is going to lead up into that, and we're going to teach them about angel investing.
Okay.
And really, when they're looking at companies, how to do diligence, how to understand what to evaluate, what to look at. We're going to look at all those different things and really empower them in a way that they can digest it.
Wow. Is anyone invited to take this course and participate in that event?
As long as you're an athlete.
Oh, very nice.
So it's designed for professional athletes.
Okay, how neat. It was lovely learning from you today and learning about all that you have going on. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
It's been our pleasure. To learn more about Michael and his company, go online to rise-advisors.com. And to sign up for his 8-week course, visit sportsinnovationproject.com and click on Angel Academy.